to see you.
Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Really key sponsor of everything that we have here in Jackson. Thanks so much for that.
Oh, it's our pleasure. We love it.
We had just a great Hot Air Jubilee.
It sure was.
This past
Big
week.
crowd Friday, Saturday. The weather, at least they got off on Saturday. That was great.
Yeah, and I think that was the saving grace of the festival because the last 3 years, no flights.
Yeah, the weather was a little rough, but
Yeah.
and they did a great job on that night glow and letting everybody come in, inside the ropes and walk through the balloons and everything. That was great.
Well, the events of summer and Summer in Jackson wouldn't be the same without Phil Tripp. Phil sponsors just about everything, including the Jackson County Fair, and Phil is joined now by the manager of Jackson County Fair, Denise Owens. Denise,
Hi.
welcome to
Two of
the
my
show.
favorite guys.
Come
Oh,
on.
thanks.
Thank you.
So we've got next week. It's Fair Week.
Yeah, darn right.
I have been, and I have golf cart hair right now, seriously, when I looked in the mirror before I headed over here. It is craziness, and everyone seems to want to come in early this year, and I'm not ready for them. But it's always exciting.
And isn't it always crazy?
It is.
Has
It
ever
really-
not been?
Yeah.
You do a great job. The place
Oh.
looks great.
Well, I don't know how I actually get through next week because I feel like it's Fair Week right now, because it's like almost 85 degrees outside, a little bit humid. But
Yeah.
next week, actually, it looks like it's going to be a tiny bit cooler.
Yeah, we've got a hot
Come on.
weekend to start the Fair Week, but
Yep.
then it will
Yeah.
cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, Phil, this is a really big sponsorship that you're providing the fair this year.
Mm-hmm.
And Denise, I think, Phil probably doesn't want to say it, but I think you should tell our viewers exactly what Phil is doing for the fair.
Well, obviously, advertising is the number one thing to success. And Mr. Tripp has so generously opted to do quite a huge endowment of advertising for us. And so hopefully everybody sees him on pretty much every station out there. You just got to listen because he does do a lot of events. Great. He's a wonderful sponsor for events. So, but I'm looking forward to actually staying awake long enough that I can watch TV when I get home because I haven't seen it yet, but I'm one of these people that's early to bed and early to rise and that kind of thing. But we are so grateful. And
Oh, our pleasure. Thank you.
I just think that the partnership with Trips is obviously one that we hope that we will take into perpetuity, and JTV being a great partner with that also.
Yeah, Jackson County Fair. Absolutely love it.
Oh, and I'm so glad.
Many,
I
many
do too.
years. Man, I've been for sure going over 50 years.
Yep. Well, we're 168, and I know you haven't been there that long, but that's how old the fair is.
Yeah, I
so
love it.
and this year is going to be another knockout year. I am so geeked about right now. All the animal kids are coming in and they're decorating their stalls, because that's a pride thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's happening this week, and all the still exhibits are coming into the Gumper Building, which once again Chris Witchen has done a phenomenal job with the Gumper Building, and it's beautiful.
place
Well, the
looks
flowers are beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And we kind of refigured a little bit food court, so you're going to see a lot more flowers in food court, which I think is really going to help with the traffic flow and people kind of being able to spend some time at a picnic table next to a beautiful, big, giant flower container, and just the movement's going to be a lot easier. And I've got a couple of new additional food trailers, so looking forward to having them for the first time.
That's my thing. I want to try everything.
Well, that's the number one reason. That's why it's only once a year, because, moderation, that's what they say.
You got to have kielbasa. First thing I look for is the kielbasa.
Do you?
Well, I can go right down and take a bite of everything.
Well, that's not Bart's, because you know where he goes first.
Ice cream?
No, that's right.
The
No, actually, I've
Come
been to
on.
the fair with Phil, and here's what he does. He sits down and he gets his grandkids to go to every single booth and brings the stuff over, and he tries everything.
Everything. I remember him telling me that
Yeah,
story.
take a bite of anything and everything, and we pass it on down.
I think that sounds like almost a spot of something that you could, put on TV where you got Phil and his grandkids tasting every food, and you're, right there egging them
I
on.
got 26 grandkids.
I can't believe it, Phil. That's why he goes to a restaurant. He goes to a restaurant and he'll order one of everything.
Well, you got all those kids. I mean, it's a heck of an event.
He doesn't eat it all. You just taste it.
I want to taste
Yeah.
everything.
But you also go to the concerts.
Oh yeah, and then 4-H and all the animals and
Yeah, shout out too for anyone who really wants to get quality meats. is if they to attend the 4-H auction on Thursday and get that animal, you know, whether it's beef or it's swine or even small animal on Friday and chickens and turkeys and stuff. There's no better place to buy your market meat, you know.
I can tell you, very good. We've done it in the past, and we're going to do it again.
Excellent. That's excellent. The fair board always usually buys a sheep, and I'm like, okay, so where is the sheep? Well, we then donate it to somebody.
Phil, have you ever bought an animal?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Pigs,
Because I saw
cows.
you at Polly's one Sunday buying $500 worth of food.
No, yeah.
Well, Polly's is a big supporter. They buy
for
from the
sure.
auction.
Yeah. No, we do. Yep.
Let's run through the week, everything that's happening at next week's Jackson County Fair. Starts on Sunday, and we've got the Vietnam Traveling Wall coming in.
Yep. That's coming in early in the day, and then we're going to do a flag raising ceremony at noon, which is when the fair actually opens. So it'll be slightly after 12. And they're going to shoot a cannon. They wanted to make sure I knew that right away. So then I had to call all my partners to say, okay, you know, get the horses under control because there's a cannon going off at noon. But yep, so that's coming in, and Dave Wellahan has just done a phenomenal job with that program, and he's no longer the veterans, you know, programmer for Jackson County, but it's his lifelong love and as a veteran himself. So he does a great job in bringing that wall in.
All right, and then Sunday night we start with the entertainment right off the bat. The first show of the week is Sunday night, and it's the comedy show.
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy and Jeff Foxworthy. Looking forward to those gentlemen coming into Jackson. Enjoying the kind of the laid-back atmosphere, at least that I believe that we're going to have. Nothing silly in their writers or anything like that. I think Jeff Foxworthy, all he wanted was a bowl of chocolate miniatures. We can do that.
That's it.
That's it.
Do you like those guys, Phil?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
The whole lineup.
Yeah, the whole lineup. I think it's, and there's still tickets for all the shows.
Yep, Hank, we're getting right down there, but we have a lot of great grandstand tickets for him. The track I'm pretty much sold out, but I would encourage, you know, like I say every year, I'll find a place for you if you want to come for sure. But
Yeah.
yes, we still got tickets to all the shows.
Comedy on Sunday. Monday night it's rock, Collective Soul and Switchfoot. Then country on Tuesday with Hank Williams Jr. I found out he's a hard act to get. How did you get him?
Well, we got him because of a tragedy last year with Leonard Skinner canceling, and he knows my promoter pretty well, and he phoned up. I mean, literally phoned up while we were backstage when we found out Skinner had to cancel due to COVID, and he said, "Dude, if there's anything I can do to help you out, I'm willing to try." Well, his band was in studio on one side of the country, and he was on the other side of the country, and we only had 2 days to make it work. We couldn't get the logistics to work, but it opened a door, and we kind of knew that. And so when we were in Nashville last October, he was happy to sit down and have a conversation with us. So I know that's really where it started.
Phil Tripp's favorite event is the Demo Derby because it's business.
Smack them up.
Have you ever done it?
Oh no, I've never done it, but I do like to watch it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
The Grass Lake traffic jam, and they used to have a car smash where
Yeah.
people take the sledgehammers.
Hmm. I've taken a couple whacks myself before.
Let's just get some, you know.
It's a lot of fun.
He sees dollar signs every time somebody hits somebody, you know.
Come on. I don't cause them.
No.
I just want to help you fix them.
The week is packed with something for everyone.
Yep. Monster Trucks on Wednesday, which has really become a fan favorite. We kind of had a little bit of a separation where we didn't have the program for a while. Things had kind of, different companies had come and gone, and we've got a new company called ATR Monster Trucks. Wonderful people. They're out of Fowlerville, and they did a great show for us last year, and we had them come back this year. And then the rodeo is always a hit. You know, it's one of our ag kids' favorites, and so I try to do it on a night where there's not a whole lot of showing going on.
Phil, what's your favorite part of the fair? If you could like only had an hour to go to the fair, what would you do?
Food.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get some corn on the cob. I'm going for a kielbasa, for sure. The steak fries. It's food. Number one priority.
I'm with you on that too.
I
Yeah.
want to do everything else. I love the barns and and taking the kids on the rides, but gotta have the food. The
Yeah.
greasier the better. Give it to me. I don't care how much grease is on it. I want it.
And it's that is the number one reason anybody goes to a fair, period. I mean, in our association, that's always been, you know, I mean, they go through and do all these surveys, and it is the number one reason. Well, why not, you know, because hopefully that kind of food, although we're seeing a lot more food truck rally kind of thing, but that kind of food really only comes around, truly, the fair food, only once a year.
Phil's a great cook. Now, have you ever entered any of your, do you bake?
Not much.
No.
Not much. I tried a peach cobbler. Didn't turn out very well here just a month ago.
Did you ever raise animals?
I didn't. Oh, you know what? I did. We raised 6 pigs. My son was raising them, but somehow I got roped into it. And we did some chickens, but that didn't go well. They're not very nice to each other. I don't know if you ever raised chickens.
No.
They can be very aggressive.
How many animals do you have on your property right now?
3.
Okay.
2 dogs and a cat.
Okay.
And
There were more
probably a lot
before.
of deer.
Well,
there is.
He had some family pets staying with him for a while, didn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
They had another dog and a cat, and it was lots of fun. Our dog is a horse. He's a puppy, but he's about that tall. He's a horse.
All that I think people need to do is just clear their days, make plans to go.
Absolutely. And you know, we've got 4 wristband days, which is a pay one price. And if you get those vouchers before fair starts, you can save a little money. So you can get those at any American One credit union or in our fair office.
Well, what Phil does, Phil and Barb and his company and his family do, is pretty amazing. All these events that we talk about all summer long, and really all year long, including the fair, the Hot Air Jubilee, the Civil War muster, the list goes on and on. Phil contributes, it's actually, I hope you don't mind me saying this, Phil, it's several $100,000 throughout the year to all of these organizations, so their events are successful, and so the community has all these great things to do. That's pretty amazing.
Oh, we love it. And Jackson, you know, and Lansing, there's lots going on in Lansing too, but Jackson, gosh, if you are bored in Jackson, there's something wrong. There's lots to do.
Well, both him and Barb are wonderful community people, and there's no doubt everybody. I tried to convince her to drive shuttle for me this year.
That's
I
who's
think
gonna
Phil's
do
the
it.
one who said no, you shouldn't.
Well, I wasn't going to from the start, but she said she would.
So I'll get her roped in maybe in the course of the
Come
next
on.
few years. But that is a little bit of a shout out for volunteers. We're still looking for volunteers for different things. Driving shuttle is one of them. Serving at one of the shows, taking tickets, stamping hands. So if there's anyone out there interested, on our website is the volunteer application. Be happy to have you take a look at that. Come and experience the fair, and you know, you get a little perk because if you're in the venue, in the concert venue, you get to see the show kind of thing. So,
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true.
yeah.
Good to see you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's hope that every day Fair Week is just like today.
Perfect
Let's
day.
hope so.
Yeah. From Tripp's Auto Shop and Collision Center, Phil Tripp, and from the Jackson County Fair, Denise Owens. We've got some birthdays and anniversaries.